We're told we don't have authority to vote on changes to the interlocal agreement.
I really feel that change is needed at Blueprint. I mean,
what changed from Blueprint 2000 to now?
Talk about behavior of persons who work for the staff, who work under us, who are paid by taxpayers' dollars. That's frustrating.
I think the irony of it is this. You know, we're talking about the efficiency of being a joint body, but we're being limited to have joint conversations about pretty substantial issues of how the agencies dictated. And
it's a marriage.
No,
it's a marriage.
It's not.
It is,
no.
Until we get a divorce.
Thank you.
It's
Thank
a shacking.
You. Thank you.
That the power expressed by commissioners clearly is located in our staff, and it always divides and conquers us.
Is that I think it's inefficient that we have staff report to two different governments. I don't think that's efficient. I don't think you see that in big companies. You don't see that in any other form of government. You don't see it in any university setting. You typically have one executive that reports to an entire board, and it seems to work pretty well across the world.
I have not felt comfortable with the level of transparency and accountability that I've experienced as a director serving on Blueprint. We had staff make a recommendation when this first came to us, and the board made a decision, and then again we were like revisiting the conversation that we had at our last meeting because staff made the same recommendation even when the board gave our direction.
The issue I have here is I think what we're running into is the lack of transparency is the IMC, and we don't get to see what's going on there. And I also think those two people have very big jobs to run the city and to run the county. And if I had my wish, I would let them do that and have a new Blueprint executive director that reports directly to our board, oversees Blueprint, and I'm confident that that person would have the ear of Vince and the ear of Reese.
The next paragraph tells us, it puts us in our place, the proper posture for the IA board members to discuss the structure of the Blueprint intergovernmental agency would be as the City Commission and the Board of County Commissioners at their respective meetings or together at a joint City Commission, County Commission meeting.
But Blueprint has done really amazing things for our community, and staff have been an enormous part of that. I need to know that when we ask questions, we're going to get an honest response, and we're going to get a response that isn't one-sided, but that considers alternatives and presents the facts just as they are. An elected member of this board, that I can explain to residents certain things that I should be able to explain about where things are coming from, who is making decisions, why are items written the way that they are. We are responsible for making decisions, and I don't feel comfortable with the level of transparency about, I mean, there's guidance coming from the board, there's guidance, I guess, coming from the IMC. We don't even know what those conversations are looking like. There's no meeting minutes. Not even sure where our city manager is tonight to address any questions to him. But
I don't know how information Commissioner Porter didn't get to us. We don't know if the city manager knew. It might not have gotten to him.
Trying to get some power back to the people, and in particular this board. When you make the motion, you give your power away of oversight to Blueprint. It says, we, the motion, give Blueprint the authorization to design, permit, do everything with the IMC approval. That means they can do the project from start to finish without any interaction really from this board. As a board, I'd be concerned about that. They don't come to you for approvals for many of these things. You really need to take the power back from the IMC. We never hear anything about them. They put projects out to bid, they score them, they award contractors, they approve permitting, they do everything. This board does not do any of those approvals.